Alright, so here's the next step of preparing this simple crock pot chicken. You could just leave it with the protein in the crock pot, or I like to add veg a lot of the time because we can always eat more vegetables. So here's a quick, easy way to increase the nutritional content of what we've got going over there. So while that's cooking, I've got a bunch of peppers, chilies, and onion. I'm just going to cut it right up, dump them on top, and it will be great. So to just cut a pepper, in case you don't know, take a bell pepper and I like to slice right to the side of the stem. You can remove the seeds, just pull it right off. So pull that right out into a garbage bowl or right over the trash can. Get those seeds out. So I've got a green bell pepper. These were on sale, 39 cents for the yellow. Again, slice right down the middle, pull out the insides. Super quick and easy. I already had half a red one from another recipe, so I just pulled that out. And I love sweet red bell peppers, so I'll throw in one more. These are small. Again, just rip out that seed part on the inside. You can kind of tear off the ribs, the little white stuff if you need. Get all the seeds out of there. And I'm just going to slice them up. So, just run your knife right down through, cutting it into strips. Pretty quick, pretty easy. You can slice it, you can dice it, chop it, whatever you want to do. Just watch those fingers. To that, I'm going to add some onion and some mild chili peppers. Again, you can leave these in or take them out depending if you like it spicy or not. I like it spicy. I'm going to put my strips right over there and just cut my chili. I cut the top off, slice it in half. It depends how spicy you like it. You can remove the inside, the seeds, and the little ribs here. You can run your knife right along there. That's where a lot of the heat is. I kind of like the heat. So if you don't like heat, take the seeds out, or you can leave them in. But I'll go ahead and just pull that out. And again, just thin little strips of the hot chili. Throw that right in with my peppers. And I've got one other little red one. Cut that off. Strip it right down here. And for this one, I'm leaving the seeds. Again, I like it hot. Slice that up right in there. And then lastly, I'm just going to dice up some onion because that always adds great flavor. Cut it right through the root end. Cut off the top. Cut off that top. Throw it in our little garbage bowl here. Quickly peel off the skin. And the skin. And like I said before, you can leave the little root end here as a little handle for slicing. I'm just going to cut it into just big strips. When you're slow cooking, everything kind of cooks down anyway, which is why I didn't even bother much with cleaning up the chicken too much. It was already in good shape, but it all cooks down and renders out and is good. So, got my onion, got my peppers, got my chili, and lastly, just one clove of garlic. Smash that with the back of your knife and just throw it in. Not chopping it, doesn't matter. I'm going to head over to the crock pot. Carefully toss that in on top. Maybe stir it around just a little bit. Break up that onion. And I can already smell the cumin getting warm and fragrant in here. It's delicious. That's it. Let it go for 4 hours on high, and when you come back, it'll be delicious. It has been about 4.5 to maybe even 5 hours since I put the chicken and the veg in the crock pot, the chicken and the roast peppers. So let's have a look because it is approaching dinner time, and it smells delicious. So, for about 4.5 to 5 hours cooked on high, you can see how it's kind of steamed in its own juices. The seasonings are all mixed in there. This is going to be lovely. And there's a ton of actual protein in there. So this should last for several lunches to go. You can take it to work with you or just a quick dinner at night. Refer to the sample meal plans that I've sent you. You can stretch this throughout several of those meals. So let me go ahead and show you how I intend to serve it as well with some sliced avocado. So yeah, I mean you can mix this, and you can see how you can see how this kind of shreds pretty easily too. It just falls apart in here. So you could actually break it up and turn it into a stew, or just try to keep the chicken pieces whole so that you can portion them out to about hand size. That's what I always say. So that's one way this would be a good serving for me for a starting point. All right. Let me go ahead and show you now. I would serve this because it's pretty lean. I would add some healthy fat with avocado. I love avocados in my meals. I've got a couple different varieties here. We've got, this is a bacon avocado. It's a little smoother and brighter green. And I'm more familiar with the Hass avocados. This is kind of a smaller one. But you want to pick an avocado, and once it's ripe enough, it should have a nice little give to it. It shouldn't be super hard. It should kind of be smushy, but it shouldn't be too smushy and soft. So you want to be able to pick one that's just right, and I'll show you how, again, how I go about preparing this. So I just take my knife. There should be a nice big pit right in the middle. So I cut around that. This bacon avocado has a huge seed right in the middle. Again, I always kind of prefer the Hass. And then I'll just take my knife for this big seed, smack it right in the center carefully so you don't cut yourself. That would be bad. And just pull it right out. And now I've got 2 halves of this avocado. Then I'll pull the pit off, discard that. And I'll either cube it in the shell here, in the skin, or just cut it into little slices, and grab a big spoon and just scoop it out of that shell and right into your plate or into your bowl. So that is how I would prepare and serve the avocado. And if you're not going to be eating the whole thing, oftentimes I recommend just a half. If you leave the seed in there, it'll keep it from going brown, as well as if you add just a squeeze of lemon juice, that'll also help prevent browning. So yep, stick it in your fridge and have it again later. They don't keep too terribly long, so I would eat it within 24 hours. But that's all I got. Serve this with your crock pot chicken and veg, and you'll be on your way to healthy